Hello everyone and welcome back to another stitch tutorial. So today we're going to learn how to crochet the Larksfoot stitch. So this is a stitch that uses multiple colors of yarn. You can either use two as I did in this one or use more than two as I did in this one. The choice is all yours, and it's perfect for blankets and cardigans. You can use it to make sweaters and other projects. So let's just head over to the tutorial. For this project, you're going to need yarn. You can use any yarn width that you have around, and you can have it in multiple colors. But for this particular project, for the tutorial, you're only going to use two colors, which is this yellow and this blue. Then I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook or US number 6 because the yarn that I'm using is medium, slightly light worsted weight yarn. Then you'll need a pair of scissors and a darning needle. To begin, you're going to take your first color of yarn and then make a slip knot. And with your hook, you're going to chain any multiple of 4. So that can be 4, can be 8, can be 12, any multiple of 4 chains plus 1. So I'm going to chain 25, which is a multiple of 4 times 6, 24. Then you add 1. So I'll meet you when I have 25 chains. Then we can proceed now to the other rows. Once you have your 25 chains or your desired number of foundation chains, you're going to skip the very first 3 chains. So these 3 chains will count as our first double crochet for row 1. Remember, the loop on your hook does not count as a stitch. So yarn over, skip those 3 chains, and in the 4th chain you want to work a double crochet. Then in the next chain also work another double crochet. So at this point you should have 3 double crochets to start with. Then chain 1, skip the next chain stitch, and in the next one work a double crochet, then double crochet in the next 2 chains. 1 and 2. So the pattern repeat for row 1 will be chain 1, skip the next chain and double crochet in the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next 3 chains. So that is what you're going to repeat all the way until you finish your row. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next 3, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next 3, all the way to the end. So I'll meet you at the very end of row 1. So at the end of row 1, you should end with double crochet in the last 3 stitches or the last 3 chains. Then you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. The chain 3 will count as the first double crochet for this row 2. So yarn over and go in the next 2 double crochet stitches and place 1 double crochet in each stitch. Then chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, and in the next 3 stitches you're going to work 1 double crochet in each. Chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space and double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochet stitches. And that is going to be the pattern repeat also for this row 2 until you reach the very last 3 double crochets. So continue with that pattern, and then I'll meet you when you're working on your very last 3 double crochet stitches, because you're going to change color at the very end of this row. So when you reach the end and you have your last 3 stitches remaining, you're going to chain 1, skip that last chain 1 space, then double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and then locate the third chain in this very last chain 3 and insert your hook, work a double crochet. But before you finish with the yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook, you're going to take your second color and then attach it in that last loop. So yarn over with your new color and pull through the last 2 loops. Then you can chain 3 and turn. So this chain 3 will count as a double crochet. So you already have a double crochet by chaining 3. Now we're going to add 1 chain, and the chain 1 that we've added will act as a chain 1 space. So yarn over, skip the next double crochet, and in the next double crochet we're going to work a double crochet. So insert your hook in that next stitch, work a double crochet. Then you're going to work a double crochet in the chain 1 space that we skipped 2 rows below. So skip this one, want to go in this chain 1 space and work a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in that stitch, yarn over, pull through. You want to make sure that it's the same height as your previous stitches. Then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Then yarn over and work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet stitch, then you're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch or the last double crochet in this 3 double crochet cluster. Then double crochet in this chain 1 space 2 rows below. But you want to make sure that your loop is the same height as your previous loops. Then finish that double crochet and then double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet, then double crochet in this next stitch, double crochet in the chain 1 space 2 rows below, then double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet and then double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the chain 1 space 2 rows below, then double crochet in the next. And that is going to be the pattern. Repeat all the way to the end of your row, and do that. Then I'll meet you when you're working on your last part of the row, or when you have the last 3 stitches remaining. So I'm here at the end of my row, and I've already worked on this first double crochet in this last cluster of double crochets. I'm going to chain 1, then skip the next double crochet stitch, and the very last stitch of the chain 3 of our previous row, we're going to work a double crochet in that last stitch. Then chain 3, and for row 4 we're going to work a double crochet in each double crochet and chain 1 above every chain 1 space. So the chain 3 will count as our first double crochet, then add another chain, then skip the next chain 1 space, and in the next 3 clusters of double crochets we're going to work a double crochet in each. The double crochet in each of those next 3 stitches. Then chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space, and in the next 3 double crochets we're going to work 1 double crochet stitch in each. Chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space and 1 double crochet in each of the 3 double crochet stitches. So repeat this all the way to the end of your row. When you reach the last 3 double crochets, after working a double crochet in each of the last 3 stitches, I'll meet you when you're finishing now row 4 and starting the next row. I've gone ahead with my row and I'm here at the very end of the row. So I have this chain 4 remaining. So I'll chain 1, skip the next chain, and in the 3rd chain I'm going to work a double crochet. But since you're changing color after every 2 rows, you can either cut your yarn, leaving about 6 to 8 inches tail to weave in at the very end if you're working with more than 2 colors. But if you're working with 2 colors, we can pick this previous color and yarn over, pull it through. So if you do this, you're going to carry floats, all through our work, but we can hide those ones later when you're working the border of our project. So with your new color, you're going to chain 3, and this chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. Then you're going to yarn over, go in the chain 1 space 2 rows below. Here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, make sure that you pull it to the height of your stitches, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Then you're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch. Then chain 1, skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch you're going to work a double crochet and work a long double crochet in the chain 1 space 2 rows below. Then a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet stitch, and in the next stitch you're going to work a double crochet, then double crochet in the chain 1 space 2 rows below, then double crochet in the next stitch. So that is also the repeat pattern for this row 5 all the way to the end. So I'll meet you after you've worked your last double crochet here, long double crochet and double crochet, and you have these last 3 stitches remaining, the chain 4 and the 2 double crochets here. I'm here at the end of my work and I have these 2 stitches remaining. After working my last double crochet, long double crochet and double crochet, I'm going to chain 1, then skip this next stitch, and in that next stitch work a double crochet, then yarn over. Remember we had a chain 4 here which represented a double crochet and a chain 1 space, so you're going to skip that space and work in this chain 1 space 2 rows below, insert your hook, work a double crochet, then find the third chain in this chain 4, so 1 2 3, and work a double crochet in that third chain. So row 5 is done. For row 6 you're going to place a double crochet on every double crochet. So chain 3, the chain 3 counts as our first stitch, then yarn over, go in the next stitch and work a double crochet, then double crochet in the next stitch, and where you have a chain 1 you're going to chain 1 and skip that chain 1 space and double crochet in the next 3 double crochet stitches. Chain 1, skip the chain 1 space and double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochet stitches. So just repeat that all the way to the end, and then I'll meet you when you're finishing our row 6 and starting row 7. So I'm here at the very end of my row 6. I have only this chain 3 remaining, so I'll yarn over, locate the third chain and work a double crochet. But before I finish the double crochet, I'll pick now my previous color, then yarn over, pull it through. Then for the next row we're going to repeat our row 3 and 4 pattern. So chain 4, the chain 4 will count as a double crochet and a chain 1 space, then yarn over, skip the next stitch, and in the next double crochet stitch you're going to work a double crochet, then skip the next chain 1 space and go in the chain 1 space 2 rows below and work a double crochet. Make sure you pull this to the height of the normal or your other stitches, then finish the double crochet and work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch work a double crochet, then a double crochet in the chain space 2 rows below, and a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and in the next double crochet you're going to work a double crochet stitch, then work a long double crochet in the chain space 2 rows below, then a double crochet in the next stitch. So that is the pattern repeat for this row all the way to the end. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet, long double crochet, and double crochet. Chain 1, skip this one, double crochet, long double crochet, and a double crochet all the way to the end. And then I'll meet you after working your last set of 3 double crochets. So when you have only 2 stitches remaining at the very end. When you have your 2 stitches remaining after working these last 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 1, skip the next stage, and double crochet in the very last stitch. Then for the next row, you're going to repeat row 4 pattern by chaining 4, and then skip the chain 1 space, and then double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, and double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And you're going to repeat this all the way until the end of your row, ending your row with a double crochet in these 3 double crochet stitches, then chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space, and locate the 3rd chain in this chain 4, finish with a double crochet. And once you're done, you're going to turn and repeat row 5 and 6. So your pattern repeat is 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way until you finish your work. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please let me know in the comment section below. I also have a written pattern on how to go about it free on my blog, so you can check that out alongside this video for a more clearer instruction. So thank you so much, and until next time, stay safe, God bless you, and goodbye.